Hello and welcome, I'm Lygo and this is Learning the MLS. In part 7, the final episode, we're going to have our MLS Cup final and a review of the second season. But as ever, before we get into that, if you enjoyed the video and find it helpful or entertaining, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager content. Not only does it help me out, it also helps other people find these videos as well. But with the introduction out of the way, as I mentioned, we have the MLS Cup final where we're playing DC United. And if I come to the competitions, I'll show you the story of how we got there. Firstly, the Supporters' Shield, we finished down in 13th, and I do have a bit of a confession to make. Didn't quite have the time to play through most of this season after the Champions League game. So I did simulate it until the end of the season, until the final regular season game. So it was a very disappointing season, 12 wins, 12 draws, 10 losses, and quite an average goals scored and goals conceded, only scoring 47, conceding 42. And that leaves us well off the pace of the top teams overall in the MLS. If we come to the Western Conference, final day we snuck in to the playoffs. We were 7th place. Final day win bumped us up to 6th place, and we can see how the season finished. And where did we leave off? It was the Champions League game. We lost to San Jose Earthquakes after beating Montague. Didn't show you that because I was hoping to go deep into the Champions League. Wasn't to be. And then after that, the final game I played was Seattle Sounders, and from there it was simulated right to the end. And handing the reins over to the assistant manager, you can see how hit and miss the form was. Going on 5 games without a win there, a couple more wins, and then just very patchy form all the way throughout, even getting dumped out of the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup in the 4th round after a very easy tie in the 3rd round, Orange County. So disappointment there. Fortunately, the board don't consider that a priority. And then just patchy form all the way through. And I did play the Sporting Kansas game. And look at that, finishing the season strongly after regaining control. And to be honest, we were quite lucky to get to the MLS Cup final. In the conferences, Houston Dynamo, they went ahead 2-0. And it looks like we were going to get dumped out of the first round. But then a 4-goal swing in the second half, 2 late in the game as well, 83rd and 93 minutes. Set us on the way to Minnesota, who we kind of breezed past 2-0, 2 early goals. Showed up the tie and finished them off. And then Colorado Rapids, a team that we've played quite often actually. We took them all the way to penalties. We got the first goal, they hit back, and then penalties was a nervy affair. They went ahead when Ed and Barlow missed. Both them missed. Jonathan Bond, who came back into the team, has been a big player. He made a couple of penalty saves in that game. And that's what's pushed us onto the DC United game, which we're going to be playing just now. And then we'll have a quick look at the, I can't see the Champions League there, so we'll come to that a different way. We'll go back and up, see how that panned out. Atlas Guadalajara, looks like they won that this time. So another Mexican team being successful, and San Jose Earthquakes getting to the final. So there was no real shame losing to them. Stages aren't going to show us anything. 2-legged affair in the final that we know of. And San Jose Earthquake beating last season's winners, Club America. So, to be fair, they did well, San Jose Earthquakes. There really was no shame in losing to them. Atlas thumping Pumas to get through to the final. So, we definitely know we're a long way off there, but we're not going to be playing another season after this. This will be the final game, win or lose. So, let's head on over to the team and let's see how we can get on with this. And this is a team that finished the season strongly, and a slight adjustment again in the tactics. Pushed the winger on to be an inside forward, just mainly because of the form. Barlow and Carlton not really cutting it. We've got a few injuries just down at the bottom. Fortunately, no key players. Probably the biggest one of them, O'Neill Fisher, but only a backup fullback. So we are full strength for this. And the final team of this series is going to be Bond in goal, Acosta, Clark, Salter, Burke and Araujo at the back, and Beer at the base of the midfield. Kay and Dos Santos ahead of Mbia. Hugo and Alvarez out wide with Chicharito leading the line will submit the team. This is all or nothing now. It's do or die, into the dressing room, one last pump of the fists, and this is a great opportunity. Prove everybody wrong. Let's get the game kicked off. And DC, I think off the top of my head, I think they finished 2nd. Let me know in the comments below. I can't remember now, even though we've just looked at the tables. Well, it's definitely going to be a big challenge, but the way we finished the season, 5 wins on the bounce now. Or is it 4? 4 with 3 conference games and then 1 regular season game. So looking to make it 5 on the bounce, finishing strongly, see me off in a wave of glory. But obviously DC United are going to have other plans about that. And it's nice to see LA Galaxy getting back to the finals. They are traditionally, I suppose, a big team in the MLS. So not having the best of seasons the last couple of seasons. So looking to right a few wrongs. Hugo picking up the ball deep, looking to burst down this left-hand side, playing forward to Chicharito. Needs to get some support further on. Alvarez has picked up a knock. That's not really ideal. We'll see what kind of injury he's got in just a moment. But Araujo trying to get the ball into the box, crosses it in. Can't get a white header there. It's DC United heading it away. Looking for a counter-attack of their own now. It's a nice little dink from their striker, but Bond aware to that and grasps that nicely. Alvarez has got a bruised knee. I'm sure he can play through that. And we'll shout a bit of encouragement to the team. And we have got another attack here. It's looking positive. We're getting plenty of chances. Diving header away from the DC United defender. And again, they're looking to counter. It's a little bit worrying how often they're getting these counter-attacks in. And we've got players back. Clark Salter does well to win the ball and keeps hold of it as well, keeping possession. Was well worked. Alvarez now looking to break, can't quite, but Dos Santos picks up a loose ball. We start again, working it down this right-hand side. And Reece Burke giving the ball away. And we've been heavily punished for it. We managed to stave off the counter-attack. But then Reece Burke, a sloppy pass, gives the ball away. He's out of position then. And Mbia kind of ahead of his player. And Mbia at 35-36, he's not got the legs to get back. And that's a good finish from the DC United player. We've got a lot of work to do now. We will just change the mentality to a bit more attacking because we've got the majority of the ball. We're just not really doing anything with it. And it looks like that's going to be it going into half time unless we can muster anything up. Nope. So we go into the dressing room down at half time, thrash the arms, tell them we expect better. We absolutely do expect better. And DC with a corner here. Fortunately headed over and kind of unchallenged. It's a goal kick. We give it 10 more minutes before we look to make our first substitutions. And this isn't looking good. So we will make our substitutions now. Alvarez will come off and I think we'll try Barlow as the inside forward on this right hand side. And Mbia not really doing much. I suppose we can change it and bring Savani on as well. And if we just push K to be more of a deep line playmaker. Tell them to go make the difference. Confirm the substitution. And we've got to be doing something. 5 more minutes. And we might have to go even more attacking. And that looks to be the case. So final roll of the dice now. Change to this attacking formation. Just push Barlow on a little bit more again. And K can be... tell you what, try a Regista. We've got nothing to lose at this point. And Karenuik can come on this left hand side. Hugo's tiring some more fresh legs up front. And I think very attacking is the way to go now. Got to make a difference. Last bit of encouragement. Might get one more shout in. And we've had 7 chances. Only one of them on target. We're just not testing the keeper. Can we get one more shout of encouragement in? It's a dismal game. What a shocking end to the season. And DC with a highlight here. We clear the ball, but it's only coming straight back at us. Chicharito not interested in closing it down, and that is game over. 2-0 to DC United. 5 minutes left, plus maybe a minute or 2 of added time. And the season is going to end in disappointment. Don't want to be seeing that again. Quality has just let us down at the last. And even if we get a goal here, Respert got one back, 91 minutes on the clock. That's just too little too late at this point. It's a great corner from Dos Santos. Burke with a header makes up for his mistake earlier on, but it's definitely too little too late. And unfortunately, DC are going to be the winners. We're not going to end on a high this time. That is the end, and I don't think I'm going to make a gesture. We'll just say we're not happy with that performance. Players know what they've done. They've let themselves down, they've let me down, but we will wrap the series up there. We've seen the MLS over 2 seasons. Let me know down in the comments below how you feel about this series, whether you enjoy the MLS as a whole, whether it's in real life or in Football Manager. For my part, I've enjoyed doing this MLS save. It's been something a little bit different, it's been new and interesting to me, but I still think I will revert to the European leagues. I find them much more to my liking. So we will wrap this episode and this series up there. I haven't got any plans as yet for a new series, but that will come to the channel probably next week or the following week. And remember to subscribe to the channel with the notifications turned on so you are aware when the new series drops. But thank you for joining me in learning the MLS. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.